And Jack Yendall needs to find the mark here. It's not the cleanest, but it's been knocked forwards by Quins. And Exeter therefore have a degree of slack. Now the offside line breached as well, so that has been upgraded to a full penalty. Townsend, change of plan. Not the best of plans, as it turned out.
Sorry, buddy, sorry. That's it.
Goes against Louis Lynagh. Again, just that desperation, knowing that they have to win the physical challenge in this area of the field. Straying offside. Bang in the middle of the field. What's the decision? Yeah, post this time.
Well, at some point, the pragmatism kicks in. And in a game of such fine margins, who knows just how valuable these 3 points might be.
That's boring, isn't it?
You did say 14, didn't you?
What a boring game.
Yeah, all right, mate.
I can't believe there's still 15 minutes to go.
Three points banked by Joe Simmons. Chiefs lead 31-26. And there are some 14 minutes left to play. Let's bring in the Director of Rugby of the Exeter Chiefs, Rob Baxter. Rob, what is going to make the difference here? It is so tight.
Well, what has made the difference is, well, hopefully it's taken a period of control rather than it being like it is now. It's a little patchy, isn't it? And it's those patches of control and patches of territory that are making all the difference. And I think, you know, I'd feel really relatively comfortable if we could grab 5 or 6 minutes, that we could take a pretty strong grip on the game. But that's not really happening at the moment.
Rob, is it possible at this stage of the game to get a message on and say that, and say, can we tighten this up, guys?
No, it's not about tightening it up. It's about stuff like that, isn't it? It's just the little bits. Like we got into some good phase play, we got counter-rucked off the ball. It's like individual responsibility, bit by bit, to get it right, will allow the whole game to break open for us. And it's a little bit about, I think you saw with our try from Ollie Devoto, there's a few tired Harlequins forwards there, and we need to get through a few phases of phase play and get the ball in front of them, and things start to open up. We're actually erroring or not getting through quite enough. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's about tightening it up, but it's actually about tightening up our individual maybe skills and responsibilities.
And how much, Rob, does it come down to now, given that we've got 5 points separating these teams, a short time left, that belief, that confidence that you can see these through? Isn't this the moment at which you're grateful, you're thankful for the fact that your guys have been in this position many times recently?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously an ability to come from behind does give you an additional bit of confidence, and we've had to come behind a bit already today. But that said, you don't want to over-rely on it. You know, I'd much rather now, if we could take a grip and get a couple of scores, I'd be a lot happier, but it just doesn't feel like it's going to be that kind of a game, does it?
Certainly doesn't. Great fun, though. Thanks for your time, Rob.
Thank you.
The other worry is that you start trying to defend that lead. It's a 5-point lead, so you know, at what point do the players start thinking, don't make any mistakes? You still need to challenge Harlequins. You can't be flat to play against them.
Here's Devoto, Simmons, O'Flaherty chasing the grubber, Tyrone Green. He's been kept on a short leash for the most part today.
Lynagh does so well to keep him in there.
I'd play some field position now if I was Quins. Try and turn the pressure back on in the backfield on Hogg.
O'Flaherty jogging back to assist Hogg. But as it is, he's got a little bit of visibility, and he's slicing forwards. Pops it up for Slade. Quinn struggling to get back into their defensive shape. Here's Noel. Back inside the 22 again, Exeter. Williams for Yendall. Simmons, Devoto, O'Flaherty. Good numbers in this wide channel. Sam Simmons, excellent tackle from Lynagh. And Kenningham sweeps it up for Quins. And Marler takes it casually.
just creating the angle. It's got to be a better kick from Danny Kerr. Last one gave it to Hogg with too much for the chasers to do. Can't give Stuart Hogg that sort of room with a fatigued forward pack.
It's beautifully weighted, that one, and Lynagh swiftly onto Hogg, just slows him up. But great footwork from the Scottish captain. Armand for Gray. Chiefs enjoying their time on the ball at the moment, but Exeter have given up the penalty.
Clear lift on the ball.
Wow, much better kick from Danny Kerr. The chase is brilliant from Lynagh, forces him back to the touchline, which is where the forwards are grateful. They don't want him running into open play, using his footwork to pick off forwards that are breathing and blowing, and then as they come back the other way, a chop tackle. That man there, Chisholm, still plenty in the tank from him, first to the ball, and you can see what a big moment that is to give them the field position that they crave.
I tell you what, some of the energy in this is just remarkable. As Ben said, the kick's too far from Danny Kerr. That puts so much pressure on your defensive line with someone like Hogg. Joe Marler's tackle here could well be a game winner. You know, he's played 70 minutes at Loosehead and he gets across and makes a hit. Hogg gets through that gap, it is try time. And it's tiny little moments like that that make a huge difference. A kick 10 metres too far can cost you the match.
Well, we know he's an exceptional defender.
They've been good all day.
And he's been a critical leadership presence as Quins have built back from December and January into this position here today.
He's hardly played any rugby recently either, just the, what, 170 minutes in the last couple of weeks.
Crazy times. But Quins in possession with inside of the 22. Gray feeds it back to Kerr. Here's Esterhuizen again. Smith. Lynagh.
Great defence from Devoto. Didn't bite and create the opportunity for Lynagh.
Esterhuizen once more buffeted in the tackle. Lamb shut down early by Hill.
No, thank you, good choice.
And there's Gray stopped on the gain line. Smith. Northmore into that wide channel where Donbrandt lurks and Marchant takes on Noel. 10 metres out. Smith conducting affairs. Kenningham holds on to it. Chisholm. Smith with work to do here. There's the goose step. Here's Lynagh. Through the tackle. Louis Lynagh! Flying in for Harlequins to level things up at Twickenham.
That's the magic goose step. He did it miles away. You wouldn't think it'd have any effect, but it just makes you hesitate. They know he's going to do it. They know he's going to goose step. But it just makes everyone stop for a fraction of a second. That gives Lynagh the line. O'Flaherty's got to do better there, but still takes some finishing. Cuts the line, inside shoulder against his defender. And wow, what a grandstand finish we have.
I told you before the game, it's the goose step that does it. And it certainly was. When that ball went into the backfield, he just thought, that is a nightmare for the Chiefs, because it gives him so much time to make a choice. And he makes exactly the right choice. And people just, they breathe off him. Lynagh picks an unbelievably good line.
A Lynagh ruling the roost at Twickenham yet again. Michael, his dad, of course, winning the 91 Rugby World Cup final here and scoring against England here in 1984 as a 21-year-old. His son scoring a vital try here this afternoon to set up this grandstand finish. Measured to perfection. Quins in front.
Wow, it's incredible.
7 minutes to play.
It is incredible, isn't it? The way that he just draws in defenders is absolutely sensational.
After the semi-final at Ashton Gate, we really couldn't have dreamt of a final as dramatic. It's exactly what we've got. Don Brandt with the restart. Smith fires it deep. Sam Simmons will look to straighten, but he will run into trouble. Simmons making the tackle. This Harlequin side does not know how to lie down. It's been fumbled by Yendall. Kerr has it for Quins. Space out wide, Marchant's out there. It's over the head of Noel. And Noel has it now, but the flag is raised. And we're coming back for a scrum, Ben. It's madcap.
Wow. The Chiefs just saying, hang on, how come it's a scrum? Surely the advantage was gone because he kicked it away, but the referee saying no, had no other option but to kick it.
Aussie been looking at that last try.
Well, just to highlight how good he is, what he does is he draws defenders into, and the ball goes back. All he's thinking of Townsend, he's looking at him in the eyes. That means Townsend doesn't see behind him, and that means that Lynagh can pick a really short outside line. Whereas Townsend, if he steps off him, he's covered by the inside defence. That's real skill. That's controlling a defender by just eyeballing them and only looking at them with the full knowledge that you're not ever going to go anywhere near them. Have we seen a better final?
Struggling to remember one quite like this. Obviously the 100 minutes that finished with the late Alex Waller try for Saints. 2014 was pretty special.
That was tense, really tense, but this has been sensational rugby from both teams. It's actually going to be, you're going to feel really bad for whichever one of these two goes on to lose, because the performances have showed spirit, they've showed style, they've showed class, determination, energy. I think it's the best final we've ever seen.
2019 pretty special. Saracens edging out the Exeter Chiefs. (37-34) that day. 33-31 here. The narrowest of margins separating these sides after 7 months of hard slog. It's coming down to the final 5. Here's Esterhazen, throws the dummy, darts back in field. Kerr, Smith, Marchant. No way through Hogg. Don Brandt. Deep in the 22. Marler carries it up again. We'll be here till nightfall if necessary.
Let's watch how Smith moves on the passes when he gets them.
There he is, providing the ball for Green. Slammed in the tackle by O'Flaherty. Smith, another tackle made to stem the flow. Here's Lauday. Marler again. Slamming his way into those black-shirted defenders.
I wonder if Smith's thinking about dropping into the pocket for a drop goal. Or is it just all-out attack for Quins?
Seems to be at the moment. Smith takes it on. Green on the outside arc. Here's Lynagh again! Can you believe this? The defending champions are down on the ropes, and a 21-year-old winger is driving Quins to the finish line.
I mentioned it's how Smith constantly moves on the ball, even just before he receives it, to drift away from defenders, invite them to keep coming to him, make defenders outside him step in. And the pass is absolutely on the money to Tyrone Green, who drifts on the pass himself, holds in O'Flaherty, so he has to stay. That gives just enough room for Lynagh to put his head down, go for the corner, combination of defenders at its finest. Those metres before the ball ends up in Marcus Smith's hands. It is a stunning performance from Harlequins.
Boys' own stuff for Louis Lynagh, and this kick now enormously significant. The difference currently 7 points, a converted try. Smith can drag Harlequins clear. He's been immaculate this season, and once again the boot of Marcus Smith proving critical.
Oh, well, just the way they slide on the pass, Benny said it, they get to the outside and that means that he can shove a really lovely pass to Green on the outside as well.
Final moments. Chiefs need something fast. They may have something fast as Kirsten drives into the 22 and Stuart Hogg touches down for the defending champions. This game has everything.
This is the best game of basketball I have seen in a long time. End to end, unbelievable. But again, just that ability to manipulate defence, tired defenders that are thinking about their next attacking move, don't switch on quickly enough after the conversion. Wow, Quins under the posts, just saying to each other, we have to switch on at key times. We can't think the job's done, or they don't think it's done now.
Once again, it's a 2-point ball game. Little more than a minute to play.
Yeah, okay from the restart, didn't it, Ben? You look at Noel round the back, takes it really well, recycles quickly, and then it's just the angles that they run, the way that they pick lines. Lovely ball, short ball to Kirsten, he accelerates, Hogg comes from miles away to get into support. And I'm going to need to lie down in about 2 minutes' time.
What a brilliant pass that was. Was it Yendel? Oh, just took the pace off it, everyone expecting it to go out of the back on the overlap, and he puts Kirsten through a hole.
Slade for the Chiefs. Into the final minute. They've got a full 80 metres to move upfield, and Lonsdale clings onto it just. Devoto.
They've just got to stay composed here. Don't give away a penalty, Quins. Hold the field position, hold your line, make sure you're onside.
Strong work from Harvey Skinner, who's come on for Jack Noel. Kirsten banged over, ball dislodged, Quins possession. That might be it. Marler trucks it into the 22 for what might be a final time. They're in control of their own destiny now. A destiny they could only have dreamt of a few months back. It's Harlequins in a thriller at Twickenham. A breathless thriller. And against all odds, having been down and out in January, Harlequins are champions in June.
What a game of rugby, what a final, what a season for Harlequins to come back and play the sort of rugby, to trust their instinct, to allow the players. You've got to give a huge credit to all those coaches that have allowed the players to develop a game plan that even the very best in Europe can't find a way to defend against. Absolutely brilliant performance. The Chiefs gave it everything. It wasn't a bad performance from the Chiefs, but Harlequins, as they did last week, just found a way to let their attacking rugby do the talking. They started strong defensively, but in the end, it's that game that has seen them get to this final that has won it for them.
I've just got huge admiration for both sides in many different ways. You look at the Chiefs, their desire, their fight, their power. They've got the all-round game. They're absolutely fantastic. But I think this season, Quins have redefined professional rugby. They've redefined how to play the game, the mindset that you have. That game that you played when you were a 10, 12, 15-year-old kid, when you ran out and you wanted to run onto balls and get support passes, score tries, entertain people. We've spent a long time without crowds, and they'll watch this and they will be queuing up to get back in and watch rugby like this when they get that opportunity.